Sportswear online injury tracking, now with Reebok CHECKLIGHT integration. SportsWareOnline is a real-time injury tracking tool utilized by athletic trainers at every level. Nearly 2 million athletes are currently tracked using SportsWareOnline. SportsWareOnline provides pages for athletic trainers to record concussions and the assessments performed. Our database stores over 100,000 concussion records and was used as the basis for a paper by Harvard Medical School researchers presented at the 10th World Congress on Brain Injury. Now, with the new CHECKLIGHT interface, users can record CHECKLIGHT events. SportsWareOnline's broad usage provides Reebok the opportunity to reach large numbers of athletic trainers and athletes, and also to gain a deeper understanding of the CHECKLIGHT in actual use. SportsWareOnline is accessible via any web-enabled device. Here at the online dashboard, you can see the links to the various databases, including the new CHECKLIGHT database. To show how the databases work, let's add an athlete. From the dashboard, click the athlete icon. Then click Add. And now you can enter your athlete's information. We'll invent one named John Jones. Here we could enter a wealth of information such as ID number, class, or birth date. But for now, we'll just specify John's sport, football. This database also allows you to enter a wealth of other information, including John's address, emergency contact information, and a wide variety of notes and details. Now let's demonstrate how to use the CHECKLIGHT database. Click the CHECKLIGHT icon from the dashboard and look for our new athlete, John Jones. When we look him up, we'll find that there are no entries for him in the CHECKLIGHT database, but now we want to add one. Suppose John was in a September football practice and his CHECKLIGHT indicated a yellow level hit. It's a practice, there was no concussion. We enter 1 for yellow, and here we can type a detailed note about the hit that John sustained. Let's enter a scenario in which John had a second incident involving Reebok CHECKLIGHT 1 month later in a game. Go back to the CHECKLIGHT database, click Add to add a new record. Let's indicate that the incident was 1 month later, was in a game, and did involve a concussion, and that there were 2 red light hits. Here, once again, we can enter as much detail as we want. In this scenario, the first hit did not produce any concussion symptoms, but we note that the second hit did and resulted in a trip to the ER for the player. With these new details entered, we go back to the CHECKLIGHT database page, and we see there are now 2 entries for John Jones, the first indicating no concussion, the second indicating the concussion. Now let's use the injury database. Click on the injury icon from the dashboard, look up our athlete, and we'll see John Jones has nothing entered in this database yet, so let's click Add. And we'll add the injury that resulted in the concussion. We entered the time and date, and we can enter any number of details. For purposes of this demonstration, we'll simply enter who the athletic trainer was who made the diagnosis. We'll describe the body area and body part of the injury. And finally, we'll enter the diagnosis. Click Save, and the injury is recorded into the database. Now let's look at the concussion database. Click the concussion icon from the dashboard. Click Add to add a new entry into the database for our athlete. Here we see the details of the athlete's injury that we entered into the injury database. Here are the SAC questions you can specify. On this page, we can verify the details of the athlete's status and the time and date of the injury. On this page, we can enter the post-concussion symptom scale ratings. Here we can enter the best scores, the balance error scoring system. On this tab, we can rate scores for orientation. And there are several additional tabs where we can score more neurological information. When you're done filling out the pages, click Save, and our entry is made into the concussion database for John Jones. Reebok CHECKLIGHT and CSMI SportsWareOnline, expanding the tools for concussion management.